Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another rule among the rules of Noon Sakinah and Tanween. Today we're going to talk about the second rule among the rules of Noon Sakinah and Tanween, which is Idgham. Idgham. As we used, first of all, we start with the definition. So what is the meaning of Idgham? Linguistically, Idgham means merging or insertion. And technically, it means inserting the Noon Sakinah or Tanween in the following letter if it's one of the Idgham letters. Okay, so again, as we said before, if we have Noon Sakinah or Tanween, that means we must have a rule after it. So we just need to look at the letter after the Noon Sakinah or Tanween to understand we're talking about which rule and which rule should we apply there. So if we look at Noon Sakinah and Tanween, and we find one of the letters of Idgham or merging, in this case we need to merge the Noon Sakinah or we need to merge the Tanween in the following letter to them. Now, what are the letters of Idgham? We have 6 letters of Idgham. They are collected in one word, which is Yarmaloon. Repeat after me. Yarmaloon. Then we have 2 types of Idgham. The first type of Idgham is called Idgham or merging with Ghunnah, and the second type of Idgham is called merging without Ghunnah. That means what? That means sometimes we will merge the Noon Sakinah and the Tanween to the following letter, and we will add a Ghunnah, which is the nasal sound that is estimated with two beats that comes out from the nose. And sometimes we will merge the Noon Sakinah or Tanween to the following letter without applying this Ghunnah in it. And we will know when to apply Ghunnah and when shouldn't we apply Ghunnah depending on the letter after Noon Sakinah or Tanween as well. Also, there is one condition for Idgham that is not found in other rules, that is, Idgham has to be in 2 words. Unlike what we mentioned in the other rules that it can come in 1 word or 2 words, Idgham has to be in 2 words only. And if we find the case of Idgham in 1 word, it becomes clear, and we will take examples for that at the end of the rule. Now let's speak with some details. Let's divide or subcategorize this Yarmaloon, which are the 6 letters of Idgham, into 2 divisions or 2 types. The first type is Idgham with Ghunnah. So it is merging but with Ghunnah. So you will add the nasal sound. When should we do that? We do that when we find one of these 4 letters. Ya, Noon, Meem, or Waw. They are collected in the word yanmu. So if we find one of these 4 letters, yanmu, after Noon Sakinah or Tanween, we will merge the Noon or we will merge the Tanween into the following letter, whether it's Ya, Noon, Meem, Waw, and we will add and apply Ghunnah, which is the nasal sound. And as you notice, these 4 letters, of course, they are part of Yarmaloon. So now we still have only 2 letters left, which is the second type of Idgham, which is Idgham without Ghunnah. So the second type of Idgham is Idgham merging without applying Ghunnah, which leaves us with Ra and Lam. And like this we took the 6 letters Yarmaloon but in 2 divisions. So that means if we find Ra or Lam comes after Noon Sakinah or Tanween, we will merge the Noon Sakinah or the Tanween in the Ra or in the Lam, but without applying any Ghunnah. And we will of course mention a lot of examples now for each and every rule of these 6 letters. Now let's mention examples for each letter of these. Let's start from the letters of Idgham with Ghunnah and take it onwards. We said Idgham with Ghunnah is collected in the word yanmu. So the first letter of the letters or among the letters of Idgham with Ghunnah is Ya. Example of Ya after Noon is the saying of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, مَن يُؤْمِن Please repeat after me. May yu'min. You see how do we merge the noon here into the ya? We're not saying man yu'min. No, we're merging this noon and we're taking it and we put it into the ya, and we add the nasal sound ghunnah, because ya is one of the idgham letters and it is one of the idgham letters with ghunnah. So we say may yu'min. If someone is saying may yu'min like this, he made the merging. He's correct in that, but he didn't add the ghunnah. So the merging here is missing because ya is one of the idgham letters with ghunnah. So the example again, may yu'min. So if someone said man yu'min, what do you think? Is he right or wrong? Indeed, he is wrong because he needs to make or to apply the merging. Example of ya as well, but after the tanween, is the saying of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, قَوْمِي يُؤْمِنُونَ. One more time. قَوْمِي يُؤْمِنُونَ. As you see, قَوْمٍ, it ends with kasratan, but there is ya comes after these kasratan. So we merge the kasratan into the ya and we don't say the kasratan clearly, because ya is one of the idgham letters and it is with ghunnah. So we say قَوْمِي يُؤْمِنُونَ. The second letter among the letters of idgham with ghunnah is noon. If noon comes after noon sakinah or after tanween, in this case you will need to merge as well and you will apply the ghunnah. Example of noon after noon, the saying of Allah Azza wa Jal, Man nasha. Repeat after me. Man nasha. So if you find noon after noon, you will merge and apply the ghunnah. Example of noon after tanween is the saying of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, يَوْمَئِذٍ نَاعِمَةٍ. You see the ghunnah here? يَوْمَئِذٍ نَاعِمَةٍ. We apply ghunnah here because noon is one of the idgham letters or the merging letters and it is with ghunnah. The third letter among the letters of idgham with ghunnah is Meem. So that means if Meem comes after noon sakinah or tanween, you will merge the noon sakinah or the tanween into the Meem and you will apply ghunnah, which is nasal sound, comes out from the nose. Examples of that. Meem after noon is the saying of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Mimmal. You see how I move from the noon to the Meem? It's like we don't say the noon. We merge it into the Meem and apply the ghunnah. Mimmal. Yes. Repeat after me. Mimmal. So, if someone says Minmal, oh, here you need to tell him stop. No, this is Meem. Comes after noon sakinah. In this case, you will merge the noon sakinah into the Meem and apply ghunnah, because Meem is one of the idgham with ghunnah letters. Example of Meem after tanween is the saying of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, darajatim min. Darajatim min. So Meem comes after tanween, so you merge the tanween into the Meem and you apply ghunnah. The fourth letter among the letters of the idgham with ghunnah is waw. So if waw comes after noon sakinah or after tanween, you will merge the noon sakinah and you will merge the tanween into the waw and you will apply ghunnah. Let's take some examples. So an example of waw after noon is the saying of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, miwaqa. Repeat after me. Miwaqa. We're not saying min waqa. So we don't say the noon, we actually merge it into the waw, because waw is one of the idgham letters or the merging letters with ghunnah. So miwaqa. An example of waw after tanween is the saying of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Masad, lahabi wa tab. Notice, because some of us may be pronouncing this wrong. It's in Surah Al-Masad, so it's somehow known surah because it's a short one. So we don't say lahabin wa tab. No. Here, there is waw. This waw comes after tanween, right? فتحتان or كسرتان or ضمتان. Here كسرتان. So when waw comes after tanween, we merge the tanween into the waw and apply the nasal sound. لهب وتب. Okay, so don't forget, if waw comes after noon, sakinah or tanween, we merge with ghunnah. Now let's talk about the second type of idgham, which is idgham or merging without ghunnah. We said it's only two letters, ra and lam. Let's take an example of lam when it comes after noon sakinah, like the saying of Allah, Allah, Allah. You will find it's written alif noon, then lam. We take this noon and we merge it into the lam, but notice here we're not saying Allah. Like for example, we said with any letter of the idgham with ghunnah letters such as may ya'mal. No, it's not the same. Here, because it's a lam, it's a letter of idgham but without ghunnah. So we make the idgham, we make the merging without ghunnah. Allah, like the saying of Allah, mallam, mallam. If someone is saying mallam, like this, he made idgham and he added ghunnah, but there is no ghunnah here because lam and ra are yes, the letters of idgham, but it's without ghunnah. So this is example of lam after noon. Let's take an example of lam when it comes after tanween, like the saying of Allah, ma lallubada. You will find the word ma lan. It ends with tanween. But we're not saying ma lan lubada because there is tanween, but it's followed by lam, and lam is, yes, one of the idgham letters without ghunnah. So we say ma lallubada, and we don't say ma lallubada because like this we added ghunnah, which is wrong. And we also don't say ma lan lubada because like that we didn't make any idgham or any merging. So the right way, ma lallubada. The last letter we have among the idgham letters is ra. As we mentioned before, ra is one of the idgham letters without ghunnah. So that means when you find ra, you will make idgham, you will make merging, but without ghunnah, exactly like we did in the lam. Examples, the saying of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, min rabbika. Notice, min rabbika. Yes, repeat after me. Min rabbika. We don't say min rabbika. We make merging. Another example is min rasul. Min rasul. So this is ra, comes after noon, so we make idgham or merging without ghunnah. An example of ra when it comes after tanween is the saying of Allah, عيشة راضية. Yes, repeat with me. عيشة راضية. I'm not saying عيشة راضية. We merge the tanween into the ra, but make sure you don't add ghunnah because lam and ra, letters of idgham, yes, but without any ghunnah. We mentioned earlier in this episode that idgham has to be in two words. And if it comes in one word, it becomes clear instead. So that means if you find a letter of idgham, one of your Yarmaloon letters, comes after noon sakinah or tanween, you will make that clear. This is called absolute clear or Idh-har mutlaq. So it's absolute Idh-har. And it's not called Idh-har halqi like the rule we took before because the letter doesn't come out of the throat. So instead we call it absolute Idh-har or Idh-har mutlaq. Absolute clear. And this only happened in Qur'an 4 times in 4 words. So I mean idgham, one of the idgham letters comes after noon sakinah or tanween. This happened only in 4 words in Qur'an. Otherwise it comes in 2 words and it's normal idgham. So the 4 words are qinwan, qinwan. As you notice here, the noon sakinah is in the middle, it's qin. And it's followed by waw, which is one of the idgham letters. But should we apply idgham here? No, we shouldn't. Because we said idgham has to be in two words exactly, and here it comes in one word, so the condition is not fulfilled. In this case we make it absolute clear, such as qinwan, a normal noon. The second word is sinwan. It's the same thing. Waw comes after noon in one word, so we don't make it idgham because it's in one word and not in two words. The third word is bunyana. Bunyana. If you notice here, we will find that there is a ya comes after noon sakinah. Oh, that's merging. No, the condition is not fulfilled. So in this case, because it comes in one word and not in two words, it will be Idh-har mutlaq, absolute, clear. So we say bun yana, which is noon is the second letter here. The fourth word in this rule is ad-dunya. Repeat after me. Ad-dunya. The word ad-dunya, noon here is noon sakinah, and it is followed by ya, which is one of the idgham or merging letters, but we don't apply merging. Why? Yes, because merging has to be in two words, and this comes in one word only. So in this case, we make it Idh-har mutlaq or absolute clear, ad-dunya. And like this, we finish the rule of idgham.